So if you want to add an extra 30, 50 or even 100,000 euro or dollar in extra revenue to your agency, coaching or consulting business, then you have to do one thing as a preparation, because this will allow you to grow a lot easier. And if you want to win clients with Facebook ads to grow your business to this next milestone, then you will spend your marketing dollars a lot more effectively. And that means your entire marketing investment will have a much higher ROI because, well, it is just more effective. If you don't do what I'm going to show you in this video, then you will end up like most marketeers. They just spend their money, never see a return, then they believe it's the platform and they give up. And the number one reason is that they are trying to sell their services to everybody and anyone, and that they have one problem that we dive into right now. And at the end of this video, you know exactly what you need to do, and you can do it in less than 2 hours to prepare your business for an easy way to add an extra 30, 50 or 100K revenue per month, and also have much less stress in the operations and much higher profits. So this is the foundation. Let's go straight in. The number one problem why your agency is currently growing too slowly is this. It's because you're selling too many different things, right? And if you sell too many different things, then it is hard to build an effective marketing and sales system that attracts the right people. Because if you are watching some of my other videos, I typically show you how you need to position your business in order to become very valuable, to become a solution provider and stand out in your market. But if you try to sell all the services that you can provide, then your communication and your services will not be relevant for the right people you want to attract as your perfect target client. And then you end up with a lot of complexity in your business. You have a lot of different people requesting a lot of different services, and your marketing is ineffective. And that's why your business is growing so slowly. And if you sell too many different services, you end up in this painful situation where you are the bottleneck for growth with an ever-increasing workload for just average profits, and your business is growing very slowly because, well, everything is too complex and only you can handle this complexity. That means it's hard to delegate, it's hard to sell, it's hard to deliver these services. It makes no sense to sell so many different services and to accept that the complexity of your business is growing year after year, and so is your workload. If you want to fix that, you need to do one thing, and this one thing is picking a niche, picking one offer, and just focus on building a sales funnel that attracts these people from the niche you've chosen to your sales funnel so that you can sell this specific service effectively. And the good thing about this is that you also will attract people with similar problems. And this means they all want the same solution instead of wanting everything and anything from you and so many different things. That's because it takes you so much time to create proposals and deliver your services and manage the complex operations, right? That's not how you create the wealth and the freedom you want as a business owner, but that's just how you create a very, very stressful job for you. So let me show you how to fix it. So eventually, if you are following my videos for some time, you know this graphic already. What it shows you is what you need to do in order to become a high-value solution provider in the marketplace instead of just competing with commoditized, we do everything for you services like your competitors. And what you need to focus on is, first, of course, an audience, a specific group of these people that have a common problem. Okay, and the bigger the problem is that you can solve, the more effective is your marketing because you can make bigger claims. Of course, you need to be able to deliver on your claim, and the more money you can charge. So it can also be other sub-problems, right? They all contribute to this big problem, because if your problem is currently your agency or your business is growing too slowly, right? Then the problem could be you don't have enough clients, your clients quit and don't stay long enough with you, you don't have an effective marketing channel, your sales closing rate sucks, whatever it is, right? All these things contribute to the big problem. And what your clients want on the other side is the solution. I think, well, you get this, okay? So this transformation is what clients pay for. They give you money, okay, no matter which currency. And the faster you can solve it, right? If it just takes short time, this should be a clock, by the way, then they give you more money, because getting a solution faster is a lot of value. If you just sell your time for money, you will never get to this point that you get paid more when you are working less. That's the power of having a step-by-step system with clearly defined steps that move your client from the problem to the solution, which is also called the package service. So now let's have a look at how to create this so-called positioning and make sure that you know exactly which type of client you want to attract in your marketing message, how and why this is so effective for Facebook ads, and then ultimately how you can add an extra 30, 50 or 100K of revenue per month to your business. Good, so the first step is eventually to get some clarity about whom you could serve. And so the first step is called client assessment, which means you look at all the clients you've worked with in the past and you just create a list of who these people are, what's their job role, in which industry they are working in, and what's the size of their business if you are selling B2B. Otherwise, you are choosing like end client or B2C demographics and attributes that you could use to identify such a client. For example, common interests, like if they are interested in sports and you serve just athletes, look at which type of sports are they doing, etc. Okay, so you basically write the attributes, and based on these attributes, you can identify commonalities. You can find out what do these people that you've worked with in the past have in common. You could also add to this service assessment how much revenue you made with them, how easy they were to work with, and how good the results were that you've created for them. And by the way, this is the next thing. You want to put to your client service assessment, what did they initially ask you for? So their initial request. Okay. And that shows you with which intent they come to you. And if you remember, the intent is important because here in this graphic, you see that people come with a big problem, but eventually their current awareness, their focus is one of the smaller sub-problems that you see here. And you want to find out like which of these problems are really top of their mind, because that helps you attract them in your marketing and make them interested in your offers. And once you fill this client service assessment, also add the results you've created for them, okay? The results they got after they worked with you, the tangible results, the things that are valuable to them, right? These things that they want to have on the other side of this pyramid, okay? All these things, or even better, the ultimate goal that you help them achieve, the ultimate result. The bigger the result, the more money you can make. The bigger the result, the easier it is to attract more of these clients to your business. Okay, and once you've completed this client service assessment, now you decide on, okay, which of all these people that I serve do I want to focus on because I like them, I've got them results in the past, and I know how to get them results. So in other words, you just define your so-called persona. The persona is like a template or a blueprint of the ideal client you want to work with. And you define the attributes, like what do they want, what's their current problem, what's their ultimate goal, eventually what did they try in the past already, or what are they currently trying to do in order to solve this problem themselves, or in other words, why do they fail and need your help, and yeah, who are they and in which region do they live. And that's important. We get to this point in a minute, why you should focus first on a small region instead of marketing to the whole world. Okay, and the fourth step is to decide about a region. And I want to show you why this is so important. Look at this. If this is the whole world and you want to advertise to the whole world, of course you have an advantage if you choose a niche, because otherwise you are competing with the whole world. If you try to sell general lifestyle stuff, you are competing with all the other lifestyle companies, even with Coca-Cola, and they have much bigger budgets than you have. So there is literally no chance to win this marketing game. If you focus on a small niche, right, a group of people that you defined as your persona, and you limit, for example, your advertising and the money you spend on just a small region in the world, right, you can also communicate this in your ads, because then people will see and resonate more with this if they see that you are a person like them in a similar region. This could be your city, your region, or if your country is not so big, then you can also use the whole country, right? Just make clear that people see that you are like them, right? This can be because you are in the same region or country, but most importantly, because you had problems that you already solved, and these should be the same problems that these people have that you can solve with your offer, right? Your value proposition. And if you just focus on a small niche, like your marketing spend will be a lot more effective. That means you get leads and clients much cheaper. And most importantly, you will build an audience that sees your ad again and again and again and again. And that's when the branding effect kicks in. And there's also an effect that works for you in this scenario that is called the mere exposure effect. And that means the more often people see your ad, the more they like you and the more they start trusting you, just because of the visibility. But if you advertise a bit here and a bit there and a bit here and a bit there and everywhere a little bit, right? Then like people see you once, eventually twice, but you don't get this effect that you need so that people start knowing you, liking you and trusting you, which is absolutely required to make them book a call with you and ultimately buy from you. So you define your persona based on the region, the problem, identity, so who they are, and the goal they try to achieve. Of course, you can add other demographics like age, gender, if this is relevant, etc. But all these attributes, they define your ideal target persona, and you build your message and your entire funnel to attract exactly these people. And this will be very effective, especially when you use AI for targeting, which you have to do because you are forced to do it if you run ads on Facebook. But now you can create laser-focused messages that are just relevant for these people and will be delivered to these people because Facebook works like a prediction machine. It reads your content, it knows all the users on Facebook, and then it looks at, okay, who of these people are most likely to resonate with this and convert? Of course, only if you have the technical settings on your Facebook ad correct. You should not optimize for clicks or reach, but you should optimize for conversions, of course. And here's just one word. I know what you might think. Oh, but I can deliver so many different services. Yes, this is exactly your problem, but you might see this as a weakness if you just focus on one specific service. But you don't need to limit your business on this specific service. You will always be able to add another niche. So how do you conquer the whole market? Is not by conquering the whole market right out of the gate. What you're doing is you focus on one niche after another. So you repeat this exercise and you will add another niche. Then you have, for example, 3 different business lines or niches, right? You could even sell the same product or the same step-by-step service to different personas, but it will make your message more relevant if your message is specific for people in a specific region that have a specific problem, that identify with a specific attribute, like who they are or what they are mainly interested in, right? So you can make your marketing a lot more effective and still sell the same step-by-step system. So in other words, you don't need to change your offer until you really have a funnel or a message to attract all these different personas that could benefit from your step-by-step system, from your service, because it solves the same problem for different people. And only once you solve the same problem for different people, you can start solving other problems eventually for the people you already worked with, which is your upsell, okay? That makes your business even more valuable, but you cannot do it from the beginning. You need to go one after another, so one persona, one offer, and one service. And the only reason when you start choosing another niche is when your current niche cannot scale anymore. In other words, you hit a plateau and you can spend more money on ads, but your business won't grow further, right? If you do this for long enough and you really spend money trying to grow the business, but it doesn't work anymore, your frequency goes up in Facebook ads, you're showing the same ads to the same people all the time, you changed your ads in order to get fresh creatives, but still you don't get more leads and clients, then you hit a plateau. But this plateau is further away than you might think. You definitely need to spend tens or hundreds of thousands of euros on ads and make millions until you are saturated in your niche. It won't happen as fast as you think. So don't use this as an excuse to just create more complexity and sell to anybody. Again, like you are doing right now, there is enough growth potential for you if you just focus on the first niche with the first service. And when you also limit your targeting to a local market, then you eliminate your competition. Because in your local region, there might not be a lot of people advertising to this specific persona, solving this specific problem. Like there is just no competition, right? That's how you really have an unfair advantage by like doing marketing without your competitors. Okay, that's the power of picking a niche, and then you grow from this niche. You can expand to another region, or you just scale to another persona in the same region, right? But always keep it very specific. It will definitely pay off. Yeah, this is one of the most important marketing lessons I had to learn while spending tens or hundreds of thousands of euros in the beginning on ads, wondering why I have to spend 4, 5, or 600 euro for a lead or call. Right? While today, when I'm very niched, I'm very focused, I sell to specific people that have a specific problem, and my cost per call went down to 150 euro per call. Still getting high quality people because I attract exactly these people in my ads. That's another big advantage. When you are very specific, you get these specific people instead of just the brokies that want what you have, but they don't have the budget to pay you. That's why focusing on a specific identity and demographic and optimize your funnel and your Facebook ads, not just for the end result that people book a call, in my experience that is not so relevant, but to ensure that the right people enter your funnel. And if you are interested in how this works, we have another video on the channel on how to condition the Facebook pixel and optimize it in the right way. So that's it for today. If you got some value from this video, I would appreciate if you give me a like and subscribe. I will release 2 videos every week to help you grow your business much faster, more profitably, and with less work, thanks to the power of systems, automation, and AI. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Cheers and happy scaling.